It's CBM and the captain here with NASCAR's All-Star Race. North Wilkesboro Speedway, baby.
Yeah, I'm real happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me back. And, I'm just real happy to be here. This is going to be an exciting race there, CBM.
Oh, you bet it is. It is 250 laps. Winner gets $1 million, baby.
Wow,
That's
1 million simoleons. Now you're talking some cabbage there.
Absolutely. Oh, it got already getting a little loose here. Brad Keselowski won the and Christopher Bell is second, and they alternate in the start of this. So, winner gets the start, and then it goes and then alternates between heats 1 and 2. So, right now Chase Elliott is second. Christopher Bell, third. Joey Logano, fourth. Kyle Busch, fifth. Ross Chastain, sixth. Chris Buescher, seventh. Byron, eighth. And so we should also bring up that Carson Hocevar, a.k.a. Inspector Gadget. Yeah,
yes.
He ended up winning the earlier race. And Mr. X Games, John Hunter Nemechek, placed second. So
wow.
They are in this all-star race, but they started at the back.
So this is a 250 lap race.
Yes.
Here. And they're going to be stopping around lap 100.
Yes.
It's going to be quite a race. And it's already coming around. You got Keselowski in the lead. You got Logano in second, Elliott in third, Byron fourth, Bell in fifth. Then Chastain in sixth, Busch in seventh.
That's
Buescher, right. Chris Buescher in eighth, and Blaney in ninth, and Bowman in 10th.
Well, Joey Logano, Cy Sperling's son-in-law, mind you, he last year led 199 of 200.
Did not know that, sir.
Yes, led all but one lap. Well, this year they've expanded it 50 laps. So it's 250 laps on this 5/8 mile track here. Legendary short track. And could you imagine Jeremy Clarkson, your boy from Top Gear, in one of these cars right now? What would he do?
Could not imagine it. Could not imagine him being in there. He would be talking so much he would forget where he's going. He would probably be going around it backwards. Yeah, he would probably go backwards around that.
Yes. Well, you know that. Well, he met with the mayor at the time of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and this was when it was still disused.
Only thing I can say to that is, I bet the guy's not the mayor now.
Yeah, you know that. So, yeah, and as stated earlier, Brad Keselowski won Heat 1, Christopher Bell won Heat 2, and then the starting order it would alternate. Winner of Heat 1 is third. Winner of Heat 2, second place of Heat 1 is third, second place of Heat 2 is fourth, and so forth.
Well, did they have a most popular driver also make the field, or?
Absolutely, and it is Front Row Motorsports' own number 4, Noah Gragson.
Wow,
won the fan vote. Yes.
Yeah. You always liked Noah. Noah had a stellar career.
Yes.
And Xfinity.
Oh, yeah.
He did very good in there. I mean, he's a good race car driver, and he can climb a fence pretty good.
Well, he had, 99 top? In fact, I got to tell you, I got to look it up because the numbers are just staggering. The number of top 10s that Noah Gragson had in the Xfinity series I mean, it's just too much, just too many numbers going on right now. So just to double check real quickly here. So we see, and he was in the Xfinity series. Now listen at this. Noah Gragson ran 139 races in the Xfinity series.
Okay.
Guess how many top 10s he had?
Oh, 20?
I mean, 99.
99 top 10. That's amazing. Amazing.
I mean, it's just too. No wonder why he got the chance to move up to the Cup Series.
True. True.
Oh, what commercial is this?
Uh-oh.
Listen, if it's me and the captain handling NASCAR, then you know we've got bad commercials again.
Again.
And now we got Japanese girls going to Nashville to
line dance.
Line dance.
Trying to do a little line dancing.
I mean, it's too much. It's just too much. Okay, so we see a Ford Performance commercial. Okay. At least that's not insulting the intelligence and killing brain cells up in here.
True. That is true. Yeah, they're not bad commercials. They are a few commercials that's appropriate, you might say.
Oh, yeah. They're only a handful, though.
Yeah, some of them are ridiculous. Let's face it.
It's just beyond anything. Oh, what is this? You've got people with Wendy's, and they started this with a fisheye lens. It looked like, oh, let's look in here. Oh, and so now they're mixing the Frosties and make them look like they're Blizzards or something.
Right, right.
Dale Jr. now is advertising NASCAR races on Amazon Prime Video.
Wow.
So that's something, again, to, we're going to have to turn on the Prime Video. And
it shows Dale Jr. in looks like a 68 or a 69 Chevelle. Now, one of our callers may call in later and tell us exactly which one that is.
Yes.
Now, I don't know for sure, but I will say this. It's either a 68 or a 69. And I know it wasn't a 70 because I owned a 70 myself.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful car.
You loved that 70 Chevelle SS, didn't you?
70 was a nice car, nice driving car. It had power steering, power brakes. That was nice. A lot of times in the 60s, you didn't get any power with them because you didn't want it to take power from the motor.
Right.
You didn't want the performance of the car
to suffer with.
Right. A power steering is 5 or 10 horsepower. Power brakes is 5 or 10 horsepower.
People forget that.
So in the days of getting all you can get, people never had money to everybody couldn't go out and have a new engine, a new high performance engine put in.
Right.
So you did what you could do to have a nice car. Maybe put headers on it.
Right.
Yeah, that worked out all right.
Some Edelbrock or something. And the camera is locked in on Brad Keselowski, and
from Rochester Hills, Michigan, I might add.
Yep.
A Michigan boy.
With everyone's favorite hair club client, Joey Logano.
Yes, yes.
Who is running second right now, William Byron third.
If you heard in our audience a little bit of applause, that was from our producer. Is sort of a fan of that number 22. And if you heard a little bit of applause, well, maybe not.
I don't know if it was a tone lower, it might be the Tootsie Pop Owl. Where is he at? Oh, he is 7th right now. The big number 8, Tootsie Pop Owl. Listen, I mean, that's his next gig. I've already got it lined up for him. He should, you know what?
He may
Kyle Busch should pay me a finder's fee.
If he gets that job. Wouldn't that be something if he would? If that would culminate in him making...
if it culminated in him getting the... Yes. Oh, it would. Oh, that would be wonderful. Then you can say, hey, CBM got him the gig. Hey, that's wonderful. Should kick me back a little bit. Little bit of scrajole, if you will. So right now, there's 213 laps to go. Bad Brad Keselowski is leading. Joey Logano second. William Byron third. Chase Elliott fourth. Christopher Bell fifth. Mr. Watermelon sixth. Ryan Blaney seventh. Tootsie Papau eighth. Chris Buescher ninth. Alex Bowman rounds out the 10.
And I'll take it from there. Number 11 is the number 2 car, Cindric. Reddick, number 45 car, Josh Berry, 13th. 14th place is Suarez. Austin Dillon's in 15th. Briscoe's in 16th. Larson's in 17th. Gragson, who we've just been talking about quite a bit, is in 18th. Hocevar, or Mr. Gadget, is in 19th. And Hambone, where have you been? He's in 20th place.
That's right, baby. And, of course, we don't have the last 3 yet. But, you know, with deduction, we can figure out where Mr. Ex-Danica Patrick, he's one of the final 3. That's right.
Now,
yes.
CBM.
Yes.
Now, CBM, you might have to explain to our audience what Miss Ex-Danica Patrick means. A lot of people don't know because that's history.
Well, our man.
That love affair was history.
It was, wasn't it? It was. So Hayek Motorsports, which we brought up before on the previous episode, is the new name of JTG Daugherty, even though Brad Daugherty is still a part owner of Hayek Motorsports. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr., that's who we're talking about. And
yes.
Oh yeah. And so we had mentioned that he bought one of his cars that he won a previous race in, and had it mounted. And, you know, this is a good opportunity during a bad Wendy's commercial where they show the burgers much larger than they are. It'd be great to see which car Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Mounted, because right there tells you something. And then we brought up Missy Elliott converting a Ferrari 456 GT into a bed because I think the automatic transmission...
Right. Well, and she wants something fast. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Well, Stenhouse, I think Stenhouse was a good racer. I always liked Stenhouse. I guess most of the people don't know, but he started his career with the famous Jack Roush, which in future episodes we'll be talking about Jack Roush quite a bit. Jack Roush did a lot for the sport of NASCAR. I will say that for sure. He built some fine cars. Some very fine cars. He had some good racers drive for him, such as Mark Martin and so forth. But yeah, in the future we'll talk about that. Now, we won't talk too much about Jack Roush's airplane flying, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. That's one for another day. And great episode coming down the pipeline is NASCAR drivers, team owners, crew chiefs, infatuation with flying. Historically, there are more aviators that are former drivers, crew chiefs, and team owners, or current, than I'm sure any other segment of the population.
You're right, CBM. Now, that's going to be a great segment. That's going to take a few segments to go in. We will go into the pilots, some of the various airplanes they have, and the various skills they have, because some of the drivers has very good skills at flying, and of course there's some of them that owns a plane and they have medium skills, but of course they have the pilot with them all the time, and of course some of them, a few of them owns their plane that they don't really fly. A lot of them don't have the time to stay proficient, I suppose.
Well, not everyone could be Mark Martin.
Yes.
You know, so.
And by the way, folks, Mark Martin lives on a, what would you call that, CBM?
Like an air park?
Air park, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be great to live on an air park, and then if you have your 182 or, you know, a Cherokee 6 or something, you could just.
Well, Mark Martin has a Learjet, and he's actually qualified to do certain amount of maintenance on it, more than the average pilot. He's qualified. He said that he got qualified to do that. That's the way they afford it.
And right as we mentioned this, Daniel Suarez hits the wall. Minor damage, but he already managed to go into the pits, but nonetheless, they still call a caution.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, lap 57, we have our first caution. As CBM said, Suarez, don't know if he had a blowout. Don't know if the tire went down on him. The tire is down.
But we don't know if the tire went down first and then he hit the, no.
We will keep you apprised. CBM,
so
take it from here.
So Daniel Suarez is rounding on the outside line. It looks like the tire blew, and that caused him to hit the wall. Yes. So the tire blew beforehand.
I would say the same thing, CBM.
But they're so quick on these caution lights. It's unbelievable. So Daniel Suarez, though, immediately, because where it occurred, he immediately went right into the pits, got it changed, is already back out on the track. Now look at that gun, that impact gun for that single lug wheel. Look at that thing. That is that
is amazing. That is really amazing.
That socket for that single lug in the center. Because of course, when you have your hands full, I mean, it's like this round with teeth that are outward, and now everyone is going to the pits. Logano, of course, has one of the closest pit stalls, so the cameras are on him, and he got all four tires and some fuel. And we see Chase Elliott here.
Yes.
William Byron's
got the Viability, number 24.
Brad Keselowski has the Solomon Plumbing, number 6.
Which I might add is a good-looking car, folks.
It is.
It is they did a great job on that car.
It's white, purple, and yellow, it's like a deep yellow. Looks good. And Brad made it out first. Byron gained a position. Kyle Busch gained 5. Now, we wonder if that's because he only got 2 tires. We don't know because the cameras didn't show it. So,
only thing that would look better on the side of that car would have been a Nuclear Heatwave.
Oh, absolutely.
And that would have been a nice leading sponsor. Maybe in the future.
Well, in the future, listen, you got to check out Craftsman Truck Series or ARCA. Let me tell you, it's coming. And as we say that, we see Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer. You know, they're pushing their own barbecue sauce, right?
Okay.
So yeah, it's called A&C Barbecue.
All right.
And so Arby's has some sandwiches, some brisket sandwiches with their barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So
that's good news, CBM.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, they might be really good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think the milk tradition's overblown?
Now, CBM, now you shouldn't get me laughing. You shouldn't get me laughing over this milk thing. I always thought that when they drink that milk and it comes running down their chin, I'm speechless at this point, CBM.
It's too much. It's too much. These are grown men here drinking milk from a glass jar like a milkman brought it and maybe sired someone's mother. I don't know. I mean that's what we're up against here. You know, at some point, you know, a tradition is a tradition, but not all traditions are good ones.
True.
And we see here an Xfinity mobile commercial that is honestly mind-numbing. I mean, they're using a fire pit. They're showing what? They're showing backwoods people going in and getting upgraded with their smartphones. And I mean, at some point,
they should have them. They might as well just have them pull out what was that, backwoods cigars?
You know what? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It honestly wouldn't. You know it's coming. And now if this was a baddie Xfinity commercial, well, you know they'd pull all that awful tobacco out. See, it's not tobacco that goes in here. No, it's you pull out that awful tobacco and you put in some Mary Jane. And that's
okay.
And that's how they roll with the backwoods.
Okay. Now, exactly how CBM, talk a minute.
You got it.
How long should they take, caution wise, for a person that blows a tire? Now, he didn't have any parts of the car laying all over the track.
Correct.
How many laps should they lose? What do you think would be reasonable? Just in your opinion.
One at this track, because it's a 5/8 mile, 2, but that's it. And they took, oh my goodness.
How many did they take? Do we know? 8 laps?
They took 8 laps.
I'd say 4 laps. I'd give them 4. But I do believe that their most important asset that NASCAR has is their fans.
Most important by far.
And I feel that they should take care of their fans.
Yes.
And that's about all I can say about that. And I'm not sure they're doing that as good as they could.
Well, NASCAR has the most vociferous fans around, let me tell you. And more, I would say more than the NFL. More, I mean, on average, more than the NFL. I would say that. And you have to treat them right. Do something right for once. And not run so many caution laps, especially in an all-star race.
All right, now we've got
and we have
we've got Christopher Bell
is 4th.
And Elliott leaning on each other a little bit.
Yes.
They were rubbing a little bit coming down, which is racing. Let's
face it.
Let's face it. Now that's racing, and that's what we like to see.
To round out the bottom 3, so Mr. X Games, John Hunter Nemechek 21st, Harrison Burton 22nd, who is running for Rick Ware Racing today, and 23rd, of course, Daniel Suarez. So now let's go to the top of the top. William Byron is leading. Joey Logano 2nd, Kyle Busch 3rd, Christopher Bell 4th, Chase Elliott 5th, Ryan Blaney 6th, Bad Brad 7th, Ross Chastain 8th, Austin Cindric 9th, and Tyler Reddick 10th.
And we have number 11, we have number 48, Bowman. Number 12, we have Austin Dillon. And we have Kyle Larson, number 13. Buescher, number 17. He's in the 14th position. Number 15th position, you've got number 21, Berry. You've got number in 16th position, you've got Briscoe, number 19. And and number 17th, you got Mr. Gadget himself, Hocevar. 18th, you've got Gragson. 19th, you've got Hambone. And 20th, you've got Stenny, or better known as Stenhouse.
Right. And Alex Bowman and, wow, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson getting right up into that left rear quarter on Alex Bowman. Some hard racing right there. And
I'll tell you one that's looking fine is that Mr. Hair Club. You see his hair lately? It does look good. I gotta admit. I have to admit, I know that I know he did those commercials because he needed the product.
right.
So I'd say he did those commercials for like maybe $18 or something like that, and a week's supply.
Well, you have
because
to,
he needed it.
you have to use special shampoos though with that.
Oh,
so,
I did not know
yeah,
that.
Yes.
As Johnny Carson would say, I did not know that.
So he sure did. And I'll tell you what you should also know is you have to use it in perpetuity. You know, you can't just switch it back to Selsun Blue or they don't even sell Denorex anymore. Or T-Sal or whatever you want to use or anything.
Wow.
No.
Are you saying you can't go to Sally's and buy that? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Oh boy.
So, and Christopher Bell here is trying to make up some time here to get, he is second right now. He's trying to make up some time on Logano, who's leading. Logano likes North Wilkesboro ever since they reopened the track.
Well, let me ask you something, CBM. Do you think that Bell, within the next few years, is going to have a breakout year?
I'm picking this year as his breakout year.
Well, now, a breakout
this
year,
a
lot of people has different breakout years classified. Now, the captain here, I classify a breakout year as winning 6 races.
Okay.
You broke out. And I think he may have one in the near future. Near future will be a few years, you know.
Yes.
But I think he's only had a chance the last few years, by the way, contrary to sometimes you see that these people has drove for 5 to 8 years, but now that 5 to 8 years, how many years was that as an R&D driver? I mean, they wouldn't tell you it's an R&D driver, but how many of it would be?
They're a de facto R&D driver.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the thing. They won't just out and out say it, especially at the Cup level. But he was for Joe Gibbs. So,
well, you know, back in the day, CBM, I think Richard Petty used people like Pete Hamilton as a R&D. And stuff like that, you know. Greg Sachs was, I think, had been using as an R&D. But guess what? Some of them come away with the big one. If you will check, Pete Hamilton won the big one. So did, Greg Sachs.
Right.
Well, I think an R&D driver, I think they'll move them up.
Yes.
I think they will, but sometimes these 4-car teams and 3-car teams, sometimes if they've got a hot shoe driving CBM, they maybe won't move that driver up as fast because they've got a hot shoe.
Yes.
They've already got a hot shoe, so maybe it's holding them back. You see what I'm saying?
Well, look at Hendrick Motorsports. So in this all-star race, Hendrick has 4 cars. You know, Larson, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. 4 cars in this field of 23. So I mean, percentage-wise, that's great.
Wow.
But,
wow, that's like 5%. Whoa.
So the thing about it is if you look at that group of 4, you would figure Alex Bowman would be low man on the totem pole. But they don't seem to be using him as an R&D driver, though.
Well, no, they don't now.
No, not now. But
not now.
Not now.
But I think maybe I actually think maybe Byron. Don't you think Byron was used for a year or two?
Yes.
When he was brought up?
Yes.
And he basically was brought up from the trucks, basically.
Right.
I think.
Well,
we might look that up.
Let's double check that. While we are having in-car footage of Joey Logano, and you know he wants people to see his hair. See, if he could race with, if he would petition NASCAR, hey, I don't need to wear a helmet.
Right.
I just want to show off my do.
Well, why don't he petition them and say, now listen, my sponsor insists on me showing my hair. So can I just, going down the back stretch, could I just take my helmet off real quick? And then when I go into turn 1, I'll put it back on real quick.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you are correct.
Okay, I see some smoke coming from
Yes,
the
we do.
21 car. Whether he's rubbing up somebody rubbing him or he's
Right
rubbing
there.
somebody. What did you see there, CBM?
So what I saw was he was a little too shallow coming in and kind of got up against Austin Dillon, but it's unclear if he actually rubbed Austin Dillon on Austin's left front. It's unclear. So I almost think that when he went low, the unevenness of the pavement kind of maybe jammed the fender into the tire a little bit.
Yes, I got you. I understand what you're saying.
That's what it looks like to me. So let's look at William Byron. So William Byron, 30, and now this is where you know that they see something in this in him. 31 races in the Truck Series. Okay? And in those 31 races, are they throwing the competition caution now? He's got the yellow flag ready and waiting.
Yes, he is.
There you go. Competition caution.
Yes, around 100 laps, they said. Not 100, around 100, so.
I mean, that's what I think about. When I put my finger like that in the air, I'm not just checking the wind here indoors.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking this is another just mind-numbing decision to bunch up the field. I mean, they worried that what would happen last year happened this year, which is Logano led all but one lap. I mean,
I did not know that.
Yes. So and they're showing the scoreboard. This is important. North Wilkesboro is the only speedway that has manual scoreboarding still.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have men out there handling the top 5 positions.
Pretty good.
And the current lap.
Pretty good.
And well, we see a woman doing it there.
And there's a woman, she might be doing that.
Yes.
Yep. The guy sitting down from her, well, he give out.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now he's tired.
You know who he looked like the guy. Now you remember that show with the gold mining in Alaska, Gold Rush, right?
Oh, yes.
With that dope Todd Hoffman.
Please, not Todd Hoffman, please.
So, but there's another guy who was accused of claim jumping.
Oh boy.
I think Hunt was his last name. Well, the guy that gave out looked just like him.
He did look like him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So anyways, back to William Byron. So William Byron, 31 races in the Truck Series. In those 31 races, 8 wins.
Wow.
20 top 10s.
Wow.
Okay.
That's over 20. 8 wins, that's over 20%.
25%. It's over,
Yeah.
it's slightly over 25%.
Yes.
So he won a little over 25% of the races that he started in the Truck Series. Let's go to Xfinity while we're seeing a brutal McDonald's commercial.
Okay.
You know the chicken doesn't look like that.
It don't look like that, no. No, that's the reason I would rather eat the commercial than the chicken.
You remember the McNuggets. You remember how the chicken looked
Yes.
in those McNuggets.
Yes.
Now you tell me, was that appetizing or not?
Well, what gets me, CBM, I've never found a chicken that looked like. I've looked chickens over and I've never found that part on the chicken.
Right. I mean, it's not
that
even
must be pressed meat or something.
It's pressed.
Well, now, if it's a chicken leg, I could say, hey, there's a leg. What about a wing? There's a wing flap a little bit. But a McNugget?
Well, and but the thing is, the dark.
Where do they get that from? What part of the chicken do they get that from?
I have no idea, because where like the parts of dark meat that were in him.
Well, you mean they're dark and white meat?
Yes.
We might have to get our producer to do some research on that. And at break time, our producer could give us some insight on that.
Well, it's unbelievable. I mean, this was just disgusting chicken. So, anyways, so in the Xfinity series, 42 races started. Of those 42 races, 4 wins, 26 top 10s.
Good night, Irene.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
26 top 10s and 42 starts. Well, at that point, you know.
Wow, that's kicking.
You've got to take him. So in the Cup Series, 264 races started. In those 264 races, 14 wins.
Wow.
111 top 10s.
Well, see, that's where it's at. That many top 10s.
That right there's consistency. That right there is incredible. And another McDonald's chicken commercial.
McCrispies. But now look, what part of the chicken does a McNugget come from? That's what I want to know. It's not the neck. I know what a chicken neck looks like.
Yeah, gizzard. I mean,
it's not the beak.
No.
Okay. Not the feet.
No.
Okay. I don't know. It's almost like they mechanically press that together. And surely a big company like McDonald's wouldn't do that, would they?
Oh, yes.
Well, where it becomes...
Of course, I'm being a little facetious, folks. I know you understand.
Well, they call it pink slime.
Yeah.
Is the reconstituted meat product.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. So...
Okay, now, CBM. We're going to find out how many laps we went now of caution here. Now, you got to remember, you've got the paying customer.
Yes.
And we're going to see now, they go in with like a 148 to go or something like that.
So they called the competition caution at lap either 100 or 101. I think it's 100. And now it was
8 laps.
Yeah, so
basically they went another 8 laps. That 8 laps, I would tell them at the Monday morning meeting with Bill Francis people, I'd even talk to him, even though he's in the grave, but I'd say that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You either must add on 4 laps or you must get them back out faster.
I mean, they honestly fought around. I wonder, you wonder what NASCAR, if even they care. And there was some smoking going on between Josh Berry and Alex Bowman.
All right.
Austin Cindric in between. They were 3 wide. Now they are 2 wide. And so Cindric is 9th. Ross Chastain is 8th, and they're battling right now.
Yes, folks. Business is picking up, folks.
Business is picking up good, and it's 3 wide in the middle. Chase Briscoe is a man hung up here, or hung out, so to speak, here. Who's leading is Christopher Bell, followed by Logano, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, William Byron. So they are replaying what happened in the moment.
Whoa.
In the moment they were going 3 wide, Austin Cindric was the one who got squeezed there.
Yes.
And again, a caution. Ross Chastain. Oh.
No.
What happened to him?
Oh, no.
I really was wanting to see a Gallagher
Yes.
being done
For sure.
at the end of tonight. And
Yeah.
Austin Cindric. You never know if he was hurt earlier when he was squeezed in.
Oh, no. Yes. We wonder what's wrong. Cindric looked like he had some problems.
Well, when Cindric was squeezed earlier, and now this is lap 114, by the way, and he was squeezed right. Oh, he got squeezed again, and then gets run into from behind by Austin Dillon. So here, Ross Chastain outside and Alex Bowman inside, just squeezed
Whoa.
Austin Cindric.
Oh, the old squeeze play on him.
The old
Yeah.
squeeze play got him good.
Yes.
Austin Cindric might be done today.
Yes, he might be. We'll see what happens here now.
And we have a Ford Performance commercial here. And
Right at the most important time, so we could tell you folks exactly what's happening. Unfortunately, you've got to wait a couple minutes because they've got some road racing commercial on.
And, here's your favorite restaurant right here.
Jeez.
That's right.
Chipotle.
Chevelle POTLE. Oh, that is gross. I got to tell you, when I see a glob of avocado, and by the way, they're playing Homebound. They're playing this song. It's the most ridiculous song for a Coors Light commercial I've ever heard.
Is that right?
It is. It is. It's unbelievable. And instead of Farmer Wants a Wife here or whatever hot show Fox thinks that it has,
Right.
like remember Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire?
Yes.
Remember that garbage?
Yes.
And then, just all sorts of drivel
Yeah.
coming to you through the boob tube. So, but now Culver's actually pretty good. So let's go back to Chipotle. Now, if you look at the glob, I mean, this is gross, a glob of avocado, and you just go.
And it's on every commercial.
It's every commercial. It's the highest fat. It's technically a fruit, but it's the highest fat you can just possibly eat. It's just mind-numbing.
Right.
And I've said mind-numbing already about 10 times today. Well, it is, though. It's killing brain cells. But then when you break open that quesadilla or whatever, and that cheese is gooey, I mean, I could just vomit. I mean,
Right.
first off, cheese.
Moe's was a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happened to that chain?
Don't know.
Oh,
Don't know.
Now let's look at Kevin Harvick, which we love to call Havlicek, like he's John's brother.
Yeah, and then just for short, Haba.
Look at those eyebrows.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty extreme today, though. I mean, and then now you see, what do they have Caitlin Vincey do? Taking notes now? This is what they have Caitlin Vincey do. Now, they did have.
No, they're a much better job for her.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this.
Then, of course.
Oh, let me be in charge of that program, and I guarantee you I can boost their viewership.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'd boost it twice.
Yes.
She, show off what she can do, not taking notes on Mr. Eyebrows' podcast. And yes, and we don't know if Bowman pushed Cindric up into Chastain and where he was on the left rear corner.
Right.
So now they're showing earlier.
Okay. What
Josh
do you see here
Berry.
now? Oh.
So Josh Berry, but this was earlier where Josh Berry got into Cindric. Again, it's a 3-wide situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Berry got into him or if Cindric went up. That was close.
It's very close. But that happened before
Yes.
the incident with the incident later where Alex Bowman got and kind of did a pincher move, right?
Yes.
Onto
Yep.
And so you're showing award winner, Mr. Doug Wilson, Fox NASCAR Audio. So calling the races. Well, one day Nuclear Heatwave might be on that page.
Sure.
You watch. So the start positions,
There we go.
Christopher Bell inside, Logano outside. And then following the lines as it is, inside Chase Elliott, outside Ryan Blaney in the second row.
All right, are we getting a start now?
And we are getting the start, and this will be lap 120. Should be lap 121 with 130 to go.
All right.
In this all-star race. And commentators, Mike Joy, Mr. Eyebrows, your boy Bear, and Larry McReynolds, everyone's favorite crew chief. So Joey Logano just took the lead from Bell, but Bell is going to fight it on the inside line. Bell's had great luck today on the inside line. Ooh,
that's it, Bill.
Yes, rub on him.
He's a racer. Show him you're a racer, Bill. And Bill is a racer, by the way.
He is. He is. And he has that, show that dirt track moxie.
Yes.
On the pretty boy right now.
Yes.
Let's do it. Second row, Ryan Blaney outside, Chase Elliott inside.
You don't win the Chili Bowl unless you're a racer.
That's true. That is for sure. And then William Byron, 5th. Kyle Busch, 6th. Alex Bowman, 7th. Bad Brad, 8th. Kyle Larson, 9th. Josh Berry, 10th.
And then 11th, we got Briscoe. 12th, we got Reddick. 13th, we got Gragson. 14th, we got Austin Dillon. 15th, we got Busher. 16th, we got Mr. Gadget again. 17th, Stenhouse. And then 21st, we've got Nemechek.
We have, and then we have, Cindric is 22nd now.
Yeah.
And Daniel Suarez is last. So,
see, if NASCAR wanted to if they wanted to show interest in their fans, when Chastain, you remember the race at Chastain, went into the wall and he just run it all the way around the wall.
yes,
What did NASCAR do right after that?
they banned that practice.
They banned that practice, folks. Now, what the captain here says, instead of banning that practice, they should have had a rule. They should have made a ruling on it. Now, I would have made a ruling that no one can do that again, can run the wall again. We'll call it running the wall. Nobody can do that but Chastain for the rest of the year, and then we'll ban it.
Oh,
Now,
that would be good for the fans.
Wouldn't that get the blood flowing for some of the fans? He's the only one can do it the rest of the year. I mean, CBM, how many opportunities do you get to do that? Not many.
So think about this. Let's look at pro wrestling. Let's look at making stars, right?
Yes.
If there's a unique angle that someone has, And let's face it, in NASCAR, you don't have a lot of diversity. You don't have a lot of diversity in a character, right? You don't have, a lot of them sound the same, act the same, and honestly, it's milquetoast.
Yes.
You don't have Tim Richmonds here.
No, that's true.
You don't have
Fireball Roberts.
You don't have a Fireball Roberts here. You don't have guys that have charisma.
Right.
Not a lot of them.
Right.
You know, and so look at it this way. If you've got a guy that actually has some charisma, why not push it?
Yes.
I mean, all we have are smart Alex like Kyle Busch, then his older brother when he was racing Kurt.
Good. Yes, that's a good thought, CBM. You are right.
So there's smart Alec, but that doesn't necessarily translate to having charisma.
Correct.
Right? Now look, Carl Edwards has some charisma, but he was too quiet in a way.
Yes,
he had
was.
charisma, but he didn't express it.
Yes. Carl Edwards had the charisma that he would take them glasses off for an interview. Now, that is saying a lot.
It is. And we talked about where, like at these poker tournaments before, how no one takes off their glasses.
Yeah. Also, Carl Edwards appreciated his sponsors. He would mention his sponsors. If it was a food sponsor, he would mention that's where he's going to go get him something to eat after the race.
Oh, and you would think everyone does that, but they don't. You honestly would think everyone does that. I know I would. I know I would if I'm running, but not all of them do, and it's amazing. So if you've got a guy in Ross Chastain that is showing this charisma, and charisma, you either have it or you don't.
Yes.
You can't.
Yeah. You're not saying I'm going to race today and I'm going to show a lot of charisma. No, you either have it or you don't have it.
And well, when NASCAR comes across someone that actually does have charisma, then you put a rocket ship on his behind and send him to the moon. That's what they've done in pro wrestling. All the biggest stars that had charisma, they put a rocket ship on them and sent them straight to the moon.
Yes.
And you can name them. Everyone that has charisma.
Hypothetically, CBM, while we have a minute here, well, CBM, putting a little pizzazz in NASCAR, man. Let's just say, take pro wrestlers, have them buy a team, have a NASCAR racing team. What do you think that would be?
Ooh, that would be.
Because some of the pro wrestlers
Absolutely.
Take, for example, Randy Savage, for example.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. He would be good. Then he'd bring out a beautiful woman. Drop dead beautiful, I might add. But I think that would be good. That would sell some tickets.
Well, at least in the 90s and 2000s, that would have.
Or as one of our favorite wrestlers would say, that'd put asses in the seats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, what do you think about Big Papa Pump?
Ooh, yeah.
Big Papa Pump would not only would tell you that he is going to win the race, but he would give you his percentages, what percentage it was that he was going to win. And he would figure it out for you, and he would tell you all of that. I think that would be interesting. I think it would put, for a better word, pizzazz a little bit into it. I don't know who else. Who else do you think would be a good? a good owner.
So I would say, well, at least at one time, Ric Flair could have.
Well, in his young days, Ric
Yes.
Flair could definitely have done it real good.
I mean, he has trouble going into pizza parlors today.
Yes, he does. He has
Yeah.
trouble getting a pizza now. Let's face it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, I don't know. They are some other ones. You know,
But it's hard to say nowadays because
just don't mention while I'm here, CBM. Don't mention that one that talks about the pay window. Don't mention him because that's a sore spot with the captain.
it is. And well, you always said that you wanted to have his last match.
Yes,
And that you would give the bionic elbow to him.
I would.
You would put the moves on and you hit him with the bionic elbow.
Yes.
And then you'd go to the pay window.
Yes, I would own him. Afraid so.
Oh, Virgil. See, and that's the thing. Well, who we referred to in wrestling as Virgil, and then it became Vincent, Mike Jones, Soul Train
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
He was named Virgil as a rib on Dusty Rhodes.
Okay.
Because Dusty's real first name is Virgil.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes. So that's why they named Mike Jones Virgil
Wow.
in the WWF in the late 80s.
Wow.
Yes. So,
I did not know that.
oh, yeah. So,
But Booker T wouldn't be a bad owner,
correct.
would he?
He'd be a good owner.
Yeah.
I think him and you got to bring his brother, who went by Stevie Ray, in there.
Stevie Ray's good.
I could see him as a crew chief, though, but he'd get...
Yep. Yeah, Stevie Ray would be a crew chief, and he'd get mad at him whenever they said
Yes.
that he let a tire get away or something. He would get mad,
And-
throw the official on the other side of the wall.
Yes. Well, Stevie Ray's deal was he had a slapjack, right? Yes, he had a slapjack, and although coincidentally his finisher was also called the slapjack.
No.
And we don't call that move a pedigree around here. No, sir.
Oh,
It's a face first power driver.
wow.
I refuse to call it a pedigree. And I don't care what anyone thinks.
Wow.
But Stevie Ray's was an elevated face first power driver.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
So,
I'll make a note of that, CBM.
and we see Shaquille O'Neal hawking Papa John's now.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's a Shaq-a-roni.
Oh, make a few free throws. Come on. Try a couple.
Yeah, incredible.
Incredible.
It honestly, I mean, it doesn't matter what era of basketball we're talking about. It could be, 60s and the 70s, and you could have, then you have the Detroit Bad Boys era and the Boston Celtics and even the Lakers of the 80s, and then the 90s and the San Antonio Spurs. And we see, of course, there's a caution right now.
Whoa.
Brad Keselowski smoking his rear tire right now.
Boy.
We do not know what caused it because, of course, the cameras missed it.
Is it a tire, you think, CBM? Maybe the car looks pretty good.
The car does look good, so
Don't see any smoke from the engine. Maybe it's not an engine problem.
correct. I believe it would have to be a tire issue on the right side. We don't know the specific details yet. Oh, the right rear quarter panel rubbed against there.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh. Oh, barrel. Oh, and
Oh,
and Brad got it in his pits.
Maybe a toe link.
Might be a toe link. Yeah.
Looks like toe link problems, guys.
And then
He's done.
Yep. Toe link broke. That's what it looks like,
So
CBM. I
so
don't
let's
know.
so let's review, and
Here it is.
they catch it after it happened, because he
Yeah.
most certainly broke the toe link, and it's the right front actually.
Yeah.
So that happened, which caused him to lay on that outside wall. So at lap 178, 73 to go, we have another caution, and most are coming into the pits as we speak.
Yes, it's going to be a shootout now.
Yes, sir.
Now business is picking up. Going to see some action now.
So, but getting back to charismatic drivers, right? So we talked about Ross Chastain. Let's look at, now this is a Cup Series race, but who do you think's coming up in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series that has that X factor? And,
well, there are a few coming up.
and not Dr. Love's favorite group, faction in pro wrestling, the X Factor. That is his favorite. But as we look at another brutal, and then we have someone who looks like Dabney Coleman now.
Oh, no, not Dabney.
Yes,
Yeah.
he looks just like him. And then you've got covered wagons now. I mean, you have a Cadillac convertible with the biggest set of horns I've ever seen. And then you have covered wagons, and they're selling Xfinity Mobile.
And look like an oil derrick inside of a living room.
And now I'm insulted. Liberty Mutual.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
I mean, I would seriously question if someone told me I'm insured by Liberty Mutual. Well, immediately I would then question anything that person ever said.
Yes, you're right.
If that person were to tell me, hey, CBM, the sky's blue, I'd have to go out and look.
Right, for sure.
Or if they told me a penny is 1 cent, I would actually have to look on the penny to double check.
Yes.
That's what we're dealing with. So anyhow, bad commercials, it's
just out of curiosity, and this show we do talk about everything.
Yes.
And this is a sort of a variety.
It's a variety show. It's almost like the Smothers Brothers.
Why are we still using pennies now?
Yeah.
How would it be if it just eliminate the pennies? I wonder what that would do.
So the pro penny advocate, I'm glad you asked this, because I'm not talking about awful McDonald's chicken again. I just can't do it. I can't deal with this. So we're
getting some applause.
Yes,
from the audience.
So let's look at the pro penny advocate would tell you that if you eliminated that penny and now it's not a unit of currency, that you have issues with that missing penny, that everything would be rounded up to where it would be 5 cents, let's say.
Or rounded down.
So,
But mostly it'd be rounded up.
But mostly it would be rounded up, and they would say the consumer loses out on 4 cents or 3 cents or 2 cents when that's inevitably rounded up to the nearest nickel.
Right.
We'll say. So the pro-penny advocate would say that. The anti-penny advocate would tell you that, well, it costs the government more. The government makes a penny at a net loss.
Yes. That's what I've heard.
And at that point, what's better for the taxpayer? The hope would be that the savings from not making a penny would get passed on to the taxpayer.
Yes. Yes. Okay, we're getting a start.
And we're getting a start, and it will start at lap 183, 68 to go.
And you call it right now.
And Kyle Larson is leading. Second row, Joey Logano inside, Christopher Bell outside, Ryan Blaney in third row outside, Chase Elliott inside, third row. Fourth row, Chase Briscoe outside, Alex Bowman inside. And Kyle Larson is now fighting Joey Logano for the lead in the front row. Logano is maintaining the inside line. Kyle Larson is trying to get him on the outside. Some hard racing right here.
Hard racing.
Trying to manage the curves and lines. What apex are you going to follow? And Christopher Bell, though, is lingering. That's the thing. Christopher Bell, the 20, is lingering right now. He's looking for the best opportunity to strike.
And I think his car, do you think, CBM, that his car, I think his car is pretty fast, too.
It's very fast. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. The 20 is laying and waiting. You know how a Savannah cat might be.
Yes.
If a Savannah cat wants something, it's going to lay like this.
Yes, it will. It will.
And it's just laying and waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Right.
So, but now Joey Logano is out, I would say, well, now 1 car length. Kyle Larson, I don't know if he got too loose, but he ended up having to take a wide line and is now 3rd.
Well, Kyle Larson had shown he don't have the fastest car today so far.
Correct.
Yeah, he's kind of shown that. Sometimes when you don't have the fastest, but you'll get everything you can get, you'll put that car still in a better position than normally it would be in. I wonder, unless he can improve on it.
I wonder if he already has tire fall off, though. Or
I do too.
Kyle Larson is taking wide lines, through the curves. He's running the outside, and he's awful loose too. He actually is trying to manhandle his car. I think his car is not agreeing with him today.
Well, by now the tires should have some heat in them.
Yes.
And we'll see if that shows true. We'll see if he starts moving up from now.
Right.
Because sometimes after 4 or 5 laps, as the tires get hot, the air pressure will build up from heat.
Correct.
And that's the reason they start them off low. If they started them off high and they just build up more, then they're too much air pressure in them.
And hence you'll have a blowout.
Absolutely.
So, and now we get another side-by-side. And we have a Toyota Gazoo Racing. That's what they're calling their hot cars. They'll call them GR, like a Supra. They would say a GR Supra. Okay. Right? Which, by the way, you remember Subaru with their STI, right?
Yes.
And remember, there's a certain member of the family that was at one time all in on STI.
All in.
Just I don't
totally.
know, I don't know how many times I went with him to look at Impreza, WRX, STIs.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, in retrospect, I'm thinking about he probably should have had one because he was into it to unbelievable.
Well,
you're right about that.
Yeah, but they don't make they don't make STIs anymore.
No,
they don't.
I didn't know that. Now, if you notice, CBM, apparently those tires has got warmed up to where he is kind of moved up in front of that number 9 car now.
Well, they've got it wrong. 5 is not Allgaier. So Fox has the running order incorrect. They have Justin Allgaier as the 5, but we know it's Kyle Larson.
Well, if they keep that, you'll have to make a call here in a few minutes and remind them, son. Just call. Who has this? Fox? Just call them up and tell them if this persists.
Why call Caitlin Vinci up? It may be
sure.
Or then again, I don't know. They probably don't have her.
Never mind. If she's available, I'll call her.
See, but what we need. Now, do you remember the cup on a string? Did you ever do that as a kid?
Yes.
We have 2 cups, and you put a string, and then you go, hello? See, that's what we need to talk to these guys right now.
Uh-oh.
And so,
I'm breaking down.
uh-oh. Well, we're back to the, well, hopefully they'll show, oh no, are we going to get full screen commercials now? We're getting full screen commercials.
Don't know.
Here we go. And, well, at least they're not showing shirtless fans, drunk shirtless fans today.
Yeah, drunk with 2 beers in their hands.
Yes. Who is that? Is that Michael Waltrip or somebody? Is that him?
I hope not.
In an old Winston jacket?
Is that Michael? That can't be my. Oh no! Tell me it's not.
I'm looking. I'm trying to see.
That's either Michael Waltrip or it's the Sandman.
I mean,
you think it's a Sandman?
He would
or
go.
Maybe it's Blake Edward.
No, I think it's
Tommy Dreamer.
That's right. What? I mean, what is he doing up there?
Don't know.
They seem to think it's someone.
I'll check with our producer and see if that's Michael Waltrip.
No, that ain't him.
No, the commentators seem to think it's someone associated with Josh Berry's Wood Brothers team. It is Michael Waltrip. It is Michael Waltrip. What did I tell you? And of course, he's covered up his hair. Probably had a bad hair day today.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
Can't you tell the way he acts?
He's completely drunk.
Because he's not smiling or nothing. He's drunk. He's got up enough nerve to be serious, so you see he's not smiling. He's drunk.
Correct.
Yeah. Look.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Well, all his movements, right? Like he's like dancing like this and like.
But he's not smiling or anything. So
I mean,
he's drunk as a skunk.
This is what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? And I'm saying to you at home, you look at Michael Waltrip climbing the flag stand, and you check out his dancing and his moves.
Oh, jeez.
And now we know
he won that Dancing with the Stars, didn't
he? we know his
first round
bona fides as a dancer, right? That would be funny to see him doing flamenco. I should get my castanets out again.
Oh, geez, yes.
I should, and
well, when you go out in the first round, you don't have time to do that dance.
Oh, that's right. See that, and they're showing him again.
Look, they're showing him. Look at him. Watch him.
I'm watching.
I'm telling you, he's drunk. I'm telling you right now.
So, but do you think he's a Thunderbird guy? You think he drinks that old Thunderbird?
Well, sure he does. Or Boone's Farm.
Yeah. Or is he a Bartles and James?
Look at him over here. Now, what's he trying to say?
I have no idea.
Folks, you can't believe this.
I have.
You cannot believe this guy. It's a drunk guy up there that looks like Michael Waltrip.
And this is. Sometimes, you know, it's hard for me to have a loss for words, but sometimes I am just looking at this situation.
Him. He hasn't smiled one time.
He has not smiled once. Wait a minute. Is there an optional promoter's caution before lap 220? That's what they're saying.
No.
Listen. So in this All-Star race, we mentioned there was a competition caution at lap 100.
Promoters before lap 220. Is that right?
There is an optional promoter's caution. And so Michael Waltrip is going to fly. He is going to wave the yellow flag at any moment now. That's what he's been waiting on. So this is another rule that NASCAR
surely he's not
has made up.
Surely he's
on the
not.
Fly. This is another.
If that's the case, this is too much. Is that what he was yelling at the people?
Probably.
Turning around saying, hey, 5 more laps, 10 more laps. Is that what he's doing, our CBM?
Well, he's still probably drunk, but he's he's making gestures and Okay, but this is not a hand. This is not a flag waving gesture.
There. You're right. You're right, CBM. You're right.
Oh my.
Yes,
God.
you're right.
And now the fireworks go off.
Yeah, and fireworks go off.
So wait a minute.
So quit counting the laps now.
Give me a break.
So when Michael Waltrip waved the caution, lap 260,
And
and
then he dropped the flag.
he drops the flag.
No!
And the flag is on the track.
The idiot.
The flag,
drops
the
flag.
flag is on the track.
What a joke.
And Michael Waltrip could not care less.
Nope, he's drunk. I'm telling you.
Look at this. Flag's on the track.
I'm telling you, he is smoked.
This is unbelievable.
He's smoked.
What an idiot. And so here's the replay of him dropping the flag. He did. I mean, he just intentionally dropped the flag. Is he trying to start some kind of tradition which shouldn't be started?
If you wanted to start a tradition, he should have tried to win a damn race. All them years.
Instead of backing into races, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's what he's known for. That's what
That's
the big
true.
MW is known for. Well, at least, and so they're sending the slowest trucks to go pick up that flag.
I can't believe, son,
This is too much. This is,
that Dale Earnhardt Sr. hired him to drive for it.
I know.
He had many, many people to pick from. I never could figure that out.
Yeah.
Unless there was some other connection.
Well, you know it. It would have to be. There would have to be some back room handshakes and quid pro quo to get
Or sponsor.
right. There were some. I don't want to say ulterior. Well, I will say ulterior motive here. It's the best description, but it's a motive that
Look at this.
and oh,
They stayed out.
Logano is staying out, as is Ryan Blaney, staying out on the track, not getting fresh tires. We see Christopher Bell is going to get 2 rights. And just getting 2 rights. So Christopher,
Oh, shit.
and right there, Noah Gragson, as he's trying to go into the pits, Christopher Bell comes out of his pit stall, and they smack one another. Not hard, but enough to where,
Oh, boy. Problem on the rear.
oh,
Problems on the rear.
Kyle Larson, problem on the right rear.
Yep.
Problem on the right rear, Kyle Larson.
Number 5 car, Hendrick.
And we have an Ally commercial here. We have dogs that are in hot dog suits. We have literal wiener dogs, or whatever dog they are, in a hot dog suit, 2 of them. Now, what do you think the dog itself is thinking?
Wonders. You just can't figure it out. The dog is wondering, hey, are they going to call me a sausage dog now? Are they going to insult me and call me a sausage dog? Even though it's what I am.
Yes. But still, they must think these humans are idiots.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with. And we see a remote blood sugar monitor, these freestyle.
Well, you know, at one time there was a wrestler named Hugh Man.
Well, Hugh Morris.
Or Hugh Norris.
Yes. Yes. And then there was they run them through some other gimmicks too.
See, a good owner in NASCAR would have been the guy that could drive his own rig in and drive the cars in and get out, make a presentation, make a commercial. And there ain't but one guy could do that. And he would use a Freightliner too.
Yeah, that's right.
He'd use a freight shaker.
Yes, he would.
Kamala, baby.
That's right. You got it.
Yep. And he'd drive. He would drive the semi, the car hauler, and everything in.
He'd pull that thing in, get that freight shaker in there.
Yep.
And then he's singing too. He's a good singer.
And he's singing.
Pushing and pulling.
Yeah.
Fat lip Vinny starts screaming like a girl.
Whoa,
Push it.
whoa, whoa.
Drop down, get it again. Pow. That's right.
I'm gonna lose it.
I miss him. I miss Kamala. It's taken from us too soon. And we are at lap 222, 29 to go. Green flag now.
Well, you see, boy, I was hoping he'd make a good showing. Kind of because of
And 3 wide already.
Larson. They had problems. Larson's had problems.
Yeah, Larson's not even in the
Top 20
He's not even in the top 20. So he is,
for
his day's done, it looks like, with
Yes,
27 to go. And there's a pack of, there's 2 rows of 3 wide, 3 rows of 3 wide going right now behind the first row. 4 wide going in here. And Ryan Blaney's hung out to dry here. Ryan Blaney is being moved back
Yes,
as we
he is.
speak.
Well, he didn't come in before, so he's done because he don't have the tires.
He doesn't have the tires. And what a dramatic fall for Ryan Blaney, the 12. And again, they are pushing to 3 wide. And we're getting quite a bit of action here. I'm spitting up right now. I'm just looking at. But Logano, again, Logano is taking a, I would say, 4-car length lead over Christopher Bell.
Well, Bell come into the pit, so he's got the tires.
Yes. So Bell could outlast Joey
Yes.
Logano because of the fresh right tires.
It should be Bell's race.
Ross Chastain 3rd, Alex Bowman 4th, Chase Elliott 5th, Josh Berry 6th, William Byron 7th, Inspector Gadget, baby, 8th, Tyler Reddick 9th, and our man, Tootsie Pop Owl, Kyle Busch is 10th.
And Briscoe, Haas Racing, still in 11th position. 12th position is Buscher. 13th position is Hambone. 14th position is Austin Dillon. 15th, Burton. 16th, Blaney. 17th, Stenhouse. Gragson is in 18th. 19th is Niemanchek. And 20th is Cindric.
I think so. The thing about Chase Briscoe, he was part of, but he's with Joe Gibbs now.
Yes. Yes, he is. I stand corrected on that. Thank you, sir.
So,
I'm showing my age now.
well, maybe you need to get out and do some snowboarding
There you go.
with John Hunter Nemechek, the 42. He is 20th right now. And again, though, Logano is taking the correct lines to try to hold off, but he didn't come into pit.
And
So,
for him to, and the others come in, I just don't know. Don't know how he could do that.
Christopher Bell is laying and waiting for him.
I don't know. I just can't figure out how Logano could run that good and not come in.
Well,
Better check that car.
Well, you saw what happened with the spoiler. You saw what happened with that last month.
I know.
Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah. That was good. That, sometimes you have to, guys like him need to be taken down a couple notches if they think they're running roughshod over the rest of the field. And Logano, he's from the jump thought that he was better than everyone else, and And oh, I've got this hot shot crew chief. I've got.
Sure.
So with 15 to go, lap 236, and Logano is in the lead, but Christopher Bell is gaining. Christopher Bell's taking the outside line here. And the difference now, it is, I would say, one and a half car lengths.
Yes, approximately 1.5 car lengths.
Christopher Bell has gained tremendously. And we have an inset promo for the Pods Big Move. It's unclear what the big move is. Was it Alex Bowman coming in the middle? Was it? We have no idea.
No idea.
So, of course, the commentators.
Now you see a big move.
Ooh. And Christopher Bell is right on Joey Logano's left rear quarter. And, got a little shaking going on. And Logano is trying to force Bell to the outside. Bell is taking an interesting line here. And Bell is running the outside here. Logano is trying to hold the inside, but Logano's tires, if they're not falling off now, they will in short order.
In short order, they must in short order.
Ross Chastain, though, is third, and we might get to see a Gallagher performance for the ages.
Yes.
So we have, and here comes Bell making the move on the inside on Logano. Does he have it? And has the Logano right where he wants him.
Yes.
And they're running even here through the turn, and then he has successfully passed Logano. Logano is second.
Now Chastain, take care of him.
And Chastain, and it looks like
Take care of Logano, Chastain.
It looks like Logano's tires.
Go.
Logano's tires are falling off
They're
right
falling
now.
off.
That is clear. Logano is still trying to manhandle his car.
Yes, he is, with 9 laps to go, 8 laps to go, folks.
He's trying to manhandle his car, but knowing that he does not have the traction.
Okay, folks, we're going to turn it over to CBM to take you on in for the next 8 laps.
So we see Christopher Bell leading, Joey Logano second on the inside, back about 4 car lengths. Ross Chastain about 2 car lengths behind Logano. Then Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, and Chris Buescher rounds out the 10. The action is up. The action is up front. Bell is moving away from Logano. The difference in car lengths now is about 7. And so he's gaining. The difference between him and Christopher Bell and Joey Logano is 7 car lengths. And it's gaining as we speak. So,
folks, you're hearing it here on the heat wave.
The only way this could end not in Bell's favor is if a caution were to magically appear. That would be the only instance. And even then, Logano doesn't have the traction. He would have to wreck Bell or otherwise push him out of the way. But then Chastain would take advantage because he has the fresher equipment.
Yes.
And so with 4 to go, now 3 to go, lap 248, we see Christopher Bell, and then Ross Chastain behind him is third.
Well, without a caution, ladies and gentlemen, it seems to be Bell's got everything under control. Go ahead, CBM.
And so Christopher Bell is leading, and it looks like without any major malfunction as they cross and get the white flag here, and Christopher Bell is leading and is looks like he will pass Kyle Larson to lap him. And he does. And Christopher Bell will win and take home and really go to the pay window. That 7-figure check, $1 million goes to Christopher Bell, the big 20. Logano second, Ross Chastain third, Alex Bowman fourth, Chase Elliott fifth, William Byron sixth, Tyler Reddick seventh, Kyle Busch eighth, Chase Briscoe ninth, Chris Buescher rounds out the 10.
All right.
And
the 11th, Hocevar's in 11th. Hamlin come in 12th. Gragson 13th. Austin Dillon 14th, 15th Stenhouse, 16th Blaney, 17th Berry, 18th Cendrick, 19th Nemechek, 20th was Burton. Good job taking us to the end of the race. That's very important.
And as Christopher Bell here is doing a burnout here, doing a burnout against the outside wall, but he's less interested in burning out. I think he just wants to, say hi to the fans and thank them for coming out and let them see him. And we see Mr. Gibbs celebrating. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson 21st, Brad Keselowski 22nd, and Daniel Suarez 23rd. And there we see the Christopher Bell burnout.
Yes.
And what a burnout it is. Fireworks are going off here in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
He ran a good race. He deserved it. He came in on that last caution. Logano decided not to come in, and that was to his peril.
It was. It certainly was. Yes.
Blaney didn't come in either, and of course he got roughed up a little bit, and he got back. So it seemed to be everybody should have stopped at that time.
Yes, that was the opportunity to stop.
Unfortunately, Larson has had some problem, looked like to the right rear of his car. Don't know if it was a toe link. I don't know what kind of problem. Maybe we'll hear.
Hopefully we will. Hopefully they will give some kind of indication, some kind of interview here. But what's interesting about that decision not to take tires, to stay out, knowing that it's a short track, the difference could only be, you wouldn't gain that much by staying out on the track.
Well, apparently, CBM, it was a bad decision because Bell didn't start that far back, and he come in and got. Did he get 2 or 4?
He got 2. He got 2
on
the right.
Well, see, he should have come in and got at least 2.
Yes. Oh, Logano should have got 2.
Yeah.
Then he probably would have won the race. So Jamie Little is interviewing Christopher Bell, and of course he's excited, $1 million. And I'm sure he'll be taking his crew out to eat.
Yes.
Giving them some presents. I know I would.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Most definitely. And I think they're intimating that he's going to do something special for his crew. I mean, it's a nice check, and they no, it's tremendous, but it is baffling. Well, you saw with Ryan Blaney how by not going in, he was immediately hung out.
Yes,
and pushed back the 16th. It could not have been more evident. Could not have been more evident that he was hung out to dry. So Christopher Bell is celebrating, big hug with his crew, and now Regan Smith gets the task
of the Mr. Hair guy.
Of course, you're wearing a hat, not showing it off. I don't know why. I mean, is there a problem? But he finished second. He led 139 laps here today. So Logano, in the recent history of this track, right, since its reopening, he's had great luck here. He has led a lot of laps at this track.
He won last year.
And he won last year. He won last year and led every lap except for one.
He's in his announcement there, you could back it up later, it almost appears that he said he used the wrong words during caution. Is he saying that they made a wrong decision for him? Surely he's taking the heat itself.
He better.
Some drivers has a tendency to put it on the crew.
So
Harvick was bad for that.
Well, he's mad. Joey Logano is mad at that promoter's caution.
I got you. Oh.
Joey Logano is mad as a hornet. Maybe like a murder hornet. Remember them? Remember when the murder hornets were all the rage? Remember that? And yeah, so Joey Logano is
I'm gonna
mad
get fired from my job
as a murder hornet because
Where's Harvick's glasses?
oh, look at those eyebrows. Look at those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh my oh no. They almost look like a ram's horns.
Yeah.
They his eyebrows look like a ram's horns because they're almost like the golden arches of McDonald's. Like that.
And there's my producer's boy Bear.
Yes. I mean, he literally he could have his face hit by a truck and he looked better. I'm serious. That's what we're dealing with Clint Boyer. So, but Logano is blaming the promoter's caution, which, by the way, no one knew about it. No newspaper, no website. No one knew about this promoter's caution until it was sprung up on us around lap 215.
Wow.
Had no idea.
Interesting, sir. That's very interesting.
So again, that's on the fly. It seems like NASCAR changes the rules whenever they want. And do the fans get forewarning of this? No. Is there any clue? No. But that's what we're dealing with. But the fans, do something right by the fans. At least let them know, hey, there might be a promoter's caution. In addition to the competition caution at lap 100.
I agree.
Just maybe let us know.
Optional. Never heard of it. Never heard optional promoters caution. But
here's the thing, though. Michael Waltrip's up there on the flag stand.
Oh.
And he's dancing. He's doing like there was an old music video, Deee-Lite's Groove is in the Heart, right? And 1991, which, by the way, they took that hook. Now, how would I know this?
Okay.
Because I got the album at home from Vernon Burch's Get Up, 1979. This guy, he's a R&B singer, but then he makes kind of a dance album. I swear, it's awesome. Takes the hook from that song.
Wow.
Anyways, Vernon Burch's Get Up. Check it out. Well, anyways, so in that video in 1991, everyone's dancing like this and all this crap. Well, that's what Michael Waltrip was doing. Michael Waltrip was trying to signal that, hey, he's the one that's going to wave the flag for the promoter's caution. But he's all going like this and this and this. And oh, it's just nauseating. I mean, I couldn't be more nauseated. And I'm thinking, what is this guy doing? I mean, does he? How many bottles of Thunderbird do you need to get the courage to go up there? I'm just saying. So that's right. So this is. But now he didn't have a tan though. He didn't look like. We have an issue with his tan. That his tan might be uneven, right? Like he's doing a spray tan. Right? So that's the idea. So
I'll tell you, CBM, thank you for having me again. I know you're going to be having some other guests on here.
yeah,
I appreciate that you've invited me again. I thought by now I would have worn my welcome out. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the time.
absolutely. We love having the captain on here.
Yeah.
And so with that said, we'll be back again bringing that heat to NASCAR.